All right. Welcome to Monday, October 6th. And the only reason I remember that, oh, I keep forgetting my computer has the date on top as well. This only has the time. We are doing, welcome to October 6th meditation. We're going to go into our Akashic records. We're going to go look at what timeline or what life our guides want us to look at right now and observe and see what's happening. Because whether you wanted to believe it or not, you, my little ray of sunshine, exist in other timelines and other dimensions as we speak. Right now, whatever you're doing here on Earth, you're like battling aliens over in space somewhere. You're over in like the 12th dimension, riding your little dragon and, flying next to unicorns. You're a man or a woman or whatever, living out a whole different experience and timeline. So let's look at the human ones. I'm a little extra. So, I mean, if you tap into ones where the dragons exist, great, right? But let's see which timeline is coming in right now and what they want us to focus on. So let's go ahead and get into a deep, nice seat, sitting, or if you're gonna lay down, try not to fall asleep on this one. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Really feel and see your chi and your energy moving through your body as you breathe today. Allow yourself to settle into your body, your spine aligning with the earth below you. Those golden roots extending from the base of your spine and from the bottom of your feet, traveling deep into Mother Earth's core. Feel this anchoring into her, making you feel safe, loved, complete. Each breath, your shoulders are softening. Your jaw is unclenching. And your heart space is expanding. Now imagine that light that comes in from above, so radiant, it's iridescent, it's full of memories, it's full of peace, it's full of love. This light coming in now through this portal we have opened through our crown chakra. It is the energy and the frequency of the Akashic records. This is the library of all souls and your soul. The eternal field of truth, wisdom, love. Say to yourself silently here, as this light is streaming down into you, entering your crown chakra, filling your entire being with this golden light. See it filling you now. And say to yourself, I now open my heart and intention to access the Akashic records for my highest good and divine remembrance. As this light is expanding within you, feel yourself now standing before two vast doors. They may appear golden. They may appear another color. What do they look like? They're tall, radiant, ancient. There's sacred symbols and languages scrawled on this door. You know them. Somehow you understand them. When you feel ready, go ahead and reach out and open the doors and step through. You now find yourself in a magnificent library. Walls made of light, filled with energy that hums in sacred harmony. There are books, scrolls, crystals, memories all around you. A gentle guide is coming forward to meet us. This is a guardian of the records. This guardian is bowing to you with love and recognition. They are here to assist you in remembering in what your soul wishes to show you today. Please release your ego and do not judge, and just allow it to come in. Ask silently to this guide, please show me a past life that holds wisdom or healing for me now. Please show me a past life that holds wisdom or healing for me now. Allow what comes to unfold naturally. It may be an image, a feeling, a color, a sound. You may sense a landscape, a face, a moment. Trust what you receive. You cannot get it wrong. That doesn't even exist. This is what is. Stay here observing with love. Let the story, emotion, or lesson gently emerge. Ask, what is the lesson or gift from this life? How is it connected to my path now? Breathe into this experience. Feel gratitude for the wisdom that your soul has carried across lifetimes. When it feels complete, and if it doesn't feel complete now, please go ahead and either mute me, leave the meditation, stay in this space. If you are ready, go ahead and thank your guide. Allow the scene to gently fade away. We are walking back towards the door as we are exiting these records. Before we walk out, whisper in gratitude. Thank you for allowing me to remember, release, and reclaim. Go ahead and step through the doors. Feeling yourself gently returning through light and time. Come back into your body. Coming back down, down, down. Come back into this moment. Come back safely into now. Take a few deep breaths here. Place a hand or your hands over your heart if they're not already there. And say to yourself, I am here. I am whole. I am connected to all that I have ever been. And as you're taking another few more breaths, anchor this remembrance into your heart. Write it down into your journal if you have one. And before we leave this space, let's do what we do and hold hands as we encircle Mother Earth. And let's hold space for her right now because she holds so much space for us. Extend love, resilience, patience, grace, kindness. Okay, before we come out of this space as well, go into your mind's eye up onto a nice hill. There's a beautiful tree. And it's so big that it gives so much shade. There's so much room underneath this tree to sit and just be. In my hand, I have a crystal for you. What shape is it? What color is it? Where do you feel it in any of your chakras? And I'm giving you a big ol' hug. And now let's go ahead and slowly bring our awareness back. Wiggling our fingertips and our toes. And go ahead and put in the comments, what was I handing you? And then let's talk about the meditation. Long, greenish, black. Long, greenish, black. Yes, God is good, isn't he, Paul? Jesus is amazing, and I wish right now Jesus would really come down and help the people remember his message, which is love and kindness and inclusion. Chunky, blue, throat, black, jagged, shiny. Selenite wand, lapis lazuli, a lapis. Wow. And you know what's so crazy? You see me clearing my throat, and a lot of you are getting throat chakra and lapis, which is about that. Karina, heart. Let's see over here. Long yellow, then green, reddish crystal. Circular, silver, long, greenish, black. Oh, your dad did Reiki in the late 80s? Oh, that's so cool. So I'm assuming he did like Yusui because that was the only one that was like really around back then. All right. Throat definitely, right? Which is so crazy. A pink quartz. So Karina, the love, absolutely. And you know what's so funny? I did a meditation the other day and somebody was, and you know, pink is about self-love and the heart chakra. And they were saying that, hi, Lupe, Divine Rising. I'm just going back now and looking at some of these comments. You weren't way off because listen, whatever you saw and whatever you felt, that's what you were supposed to see. The meditation. Let's talk about that. My guide It was wild because I saw a guy and he looked like during like the Thomas Jefferson days. So it was like he was wearing like that one of those white wigs with the curls on the side. Cause you know those were wigs that they wore, right? I didn't know that. I'm like, isn't that wild? That wasn't their hair. It was wigs. Men, they all wore those wigs, those white wigs, right? So, and it's like, maybe we should remind them, back in the day, you guys were all wearing wigs. Just FYI. And he was like ghost-like, right? He was like floating and he was very like see-through. And then I saw a bunch of it was a bunch of guides, right? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Get ready for work, Rebecca. Thank you. And then they kind of like went away. And just the one guy stayed. And I was like, you're an interesting guide coming through. And then when we went into the life that they wanted me to see, I saw myself as a little Irish newsboy. I was an orphan. I was probably about 6 or 7, and I was a newsboy. My job was to deliver the news, and it made me nuts. So what happened was every day, as this little 6 and 7-year-old boy, I'm grabbing the newspapers and I'm reading these headlines, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm kind of impressed that I could read being an orphan. Back in those days, if you were an orphan, 6, 7, you couldn't read. So I'm going to tap in a little bit more on that. But anyway, I'm reading these headlines. So I see myself reading these headlines, and it's like, oh my gosh, my little empathetic heart can't take it, right? And I got no parents. So I'm not going home, and there's nobody like to talk to these things about. So when we first saw it, then in the meditation, then when they were like, sit with it, show me, like, oh, I had to take a deep breath. Because let me tell you why. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking. And I was like, okay, now show me. I grew up into a reporter because watching all of those news and the headlines, I turned into a reporter, but man, was I nuts. Like my hair was like, long and it was like to the side, but I was like greasy and sweaty. And I just saw myself like, like typing away at the computer. I wasn't married. I was very lonely. I was like crazy. Like the news made me crazy, which is kind of what's happening to me now. I say I don't read the news, I don't watch the news, but you can't avoid headlines. Social media, scrolling, like, and social media is media. It's still programming. And I have an addictive personality because my sacral chakra loves to stay overactive. So I died of a heart attack very young in that life. So I was like, oh, I got to take a deep breath. And towards the end of that meditation, the reason we stayed in that meditation a little bit longer, to be honest with you, is because I was doing Reiki on myself, on my heart space. I started to feel chest pains. I could feel the chest pain, the heart attack that I had in that life. I was like, I can't leave this space like that. So I had to sit there and actually like Reiki myself, and I can literally feel my breath now. I'm like, can feel it in my chest. So I'm gonna go back. But I was literally talking to myself in that life, and I'm like, bro, get it the fuck together. It's not that serious. What is happening? What are you doing? No, okay, thank you. Thank you. I see the result because the other question was, why are you showing me this? What happened in that life, in that experience that affected me? And why are you showing it to me? If I don't calm the fuck down and get it together, I'm going to start having heart issues like I did in that life. I'm going to start getting like sweaty and obsessive and to start becoming a keyboard warrior again. And I see it happening. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you should go look at my stories. They're becoming very, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I'm feeling very needing to and in my throat, I've been clearing out my throat. I've been feeling the need to be loud, bring awareness, speak louder about social issues going on, right? And before things were happening, I was aligned with seeing things from a different perspective. But here's the thing, we choose our avatars and we choose our experiences for a reason. And I can't forget that. There's a reason why I look like this. There's a reason why I have the parents I do. There's a reason why I've had the experiences I've had, and I'm supposed to use those. Those are tools that were given to me in this life to use them. And I feel that by me not speaking up, because that's never been me, I'm always, if I see the underdog, I stick up for them because I know what it's like to be an underdog and have nobody defend you. I don't know if you've ever had the experience of being somewhere where someone is attacking you with words or physically. I've been in fist fights. My first one was in the second grade. I know, horrible, right? And nobody defends you. And it's even worse now because not only do people not defend them, they pull out their phones and they record you now. So while you're getting beat up, do people not only not come in to help you, but now they're going to record you and let everybody else watch you going through a horrible experience, right? So I've been in the shoes of the person getting beat up and just and I'm like, wow, I've been the person, I've seen people get beat up and guess what I do? I jump in. I jump in. The last time I was in a fist fight was I was 22 and I was so mad at my friend for this happening, but she got into a fight with a girl. And what happens? They get into a fight. What happens? The other girl, and I must say, this was a go-to move that I would use, and it was incredible. And this girl was like a ninja. Yeah, 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 dude. She grabbed my friend. My friend had really long hair. She grabbed it by the end. She wrapped it around her wrist. I mean, and the way she did it, she was like, boom, like a fucking ninja, right? So she has my friend's hair like this now. Pow, pow, pow. What do most people do? Stand there. They're watching, right? What did I do? I pulled off my earrings and I jumped in because I cannot watch somebody who I call, especially a friend, sitting there get beat up. Like, what in the actual world is happening? So I jump in. The girl's boyfriend, who they were fighting over, or I think the guy liked my friend or whatever, they weren't fighting over him because my friend could care less. The girlfriend cared. Jumped in and I got punched in my face. And I was like, okay, that's the last time I'm going to get into a fist fight. But jumping in, who am I? Experiences, underdogs. I can't watch all this stuff happening and going on and not say something. Because I've also talked about what happens when there's something brought to your awareness and you push it down. That is also going to get stuck in your chakras. So, what one of our goals is to find a productive way. How can I okay, how can I take all these experiences I've had and now how can I use this to make the world a better place for myself and for others? What we lose focus on is ourselves. We want to do so much out here, but when we do that, we sometimes become imbalanced here. When this becomes imbalanced, rut-row, we got a problem. We have a problem because now how you are thinking, how you are speaking, how you are feeling is not probably in the highest frequency. So, why was this meditation important? I'm feeling a little off, and I knew it. Like I said, go check out my stories. I know everybody here is feeling a little off. There's something, right? There's something. So what is it? What is it in our past life experience or parallel experiences that are going on that are affecting me? So I saw me as a little boy reading the news, becoming radicalized, becoming obsessed with 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 telling the news. And then what happened? I didn't get married. I didn't have a life. All I did was sit there and I was obsessed with the news. So seeing that I'm like, yeah, that totally tracks. And then it was crazy to see myself having a heart attack and literally feeling it. I felt it. I was like, oh shit. Um, it's in the recording. You will see myself. I started giving myself Reiki because I could feel it. And I was like, I could not leave the space like that. So it's telling me, what do you want, sunshine? You want to start having some heart problems, Kim? Because in another life, that's what you did, and then that's what happened. So if you would like the same results, keep doing what you're doing now. Or let's be aware of it and let's start shifting. So now let's talk about it. Who else? What came up for you guys? Definitely chunky and heated. Were you
I
talking?
went back to a teacher. I went back to a lifetime as a teacher. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Covered wagons is the first thing I saw. Covered wagons. I know, right? So cool. And then I saw
You
my
went back further than me because
so
I felt like I
cool.
was in New York City, but there was like newspapers. So if you were in a covered wagon, you went back.
Like 1800s?
Wow.
Probably. It was covered wagons. I was a one room schoolhouse teacher. And the whole point, I know, I kept seeing me with the children and having so much fun, but
Like Little House on the
um,
Prairie. You
Little
were Little
House
House
on
on
the
the Prairie.
Prairie, Little House on the Prairie. Oh my God, that's so freaking cool. Oh my gosh, yes, that resonates. And then basically it was my little first of all when I went in there was a cute little like Buddha man, but he was like a child and he was like very, like, you could tell he was like joy, but he was like really quiet. And then,
That's Karina. Hold on. I'm showing people on TikTok. That's Karina talking. That's the one that leads. If you join the
yes.
meditation group, you get her on Tuesdays. Okay, sorry guys. All right, go back. You were a teacher.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
basically
go
the
back to
whole thing was just basically why I had to go in was to learn that in that lifetime I did walk away. I walked away from it and they wanted to show me that nothing bad happened. And that whenever I'm ready, that these are just that it's just a all of these the cage that I think I'm locked in are just thoughts. And that it's just me. I'm the one I have the bravery, I have the courage, and it's gonna be okay. Isn't that so freaking amazing? Thank you so
I
much.
love that.
Thank you. That was
That
huge.
was huge.
Yeah, and nothing happened. They wanted to show me nothing happened.
I
Like,
know.
right?
That was good. I was like, yours was better than mine. I was having a freaking heart attack. I'm like,
So funny, Kim.
hi, Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca Phillips just joined. She did, Rebecca, you got to go back. I'm gonna post this meditation in Echoes of Light. It's on the YouTube, guys, but this one, we're going to call it Meditation Mondays. And I think on Echoes and my other Facebook group, I'm going to tell people if you don't want to see my shit twice, either unfollow Echoes or unfollow the group. But I'm going to start posting more in my Facebook groups. I got to start, but this meditation, like, that was so helpful to me to see that. You know what I mean? Let's go over here. What is it? I think I was picking up off you with the heart, but nothing from another life. Transmutation is a great way to heal. Yep, it is. Great way to heal. So I hired this astrologer. She's like a psychologist, astrologer, hypnotist. And I hired her for teetotal. So if you guys are local to Pittsburgh, you do not have to be sober. I'm the director of holistic programming for Teetotal Initiative, which is a nonprofit for sober people. You just can't come to the events not sober. Do you know what I mean? These are sober events for you to do to see what life is like sober, not drinking, not, doing life without having to consume alcohol. Because a lot of people like, oh, I'm not sober. And it helps people who are trying to stay sober, who do choose that lifestyle to stay sober and have activities that way. So I have a hypnotherapist coming on, and she's going to teach us self-hypnosis on next month in November's event. I have a breathwork event this month if you guys want to come and you're local to Pittsburgh. If not, we're going to do a self-hypnosis in November. But that's also, I'm trying to get certified in that as well. And when I do that, I'll be coming on here. Didn't go too far back. I was in the 60s at a protest, explained a lot about how I am now. Yep, that's what I mean. Anybody else on Zoom? What did you guys see? What about here? Speak up, guys. Let's talk about it. That's the whole point of this. Like, what did you see? Like, did it, mine was very, 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 very helpful. Do you know what I mean? How about yours? Oh, thank you, Rebecca. She's awesome with the gifts. Anybody over here? All right, I'm gonna jump over to the Tiki Talk then. So this way the YouTube video, TP in winter. Okay, Jen, you can come off camera, Jen, and talk. Or Melinda, what did you see, Melinda?
I didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything? Did you see any doors?
Mm, no, I did see some water though.
Christine also didn't get anything. ADH mind started thinking about work issues. Christine, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go to you for a second. Melinda, the water. So when you when there's a guide and you're not seeing what I'm putting down, let what you're seeing go there. Oh, they're showing me water. Why am I seeing water? Okay, guys, you're showing me water. You're being shown exactly what you need to be seen. You got to remember that, right? So if you were
Hmm.
seeing water, what else did you see with the water? What was going on with the water?
It was just water and some golden like colors and oh, there was something else. Ah, um, I I was more focused on how I was feeling.
And how were you
I was
feeling?
peaceful,
Good.
right? Yeah, but I had the weirdest night, Kim. I gotta mention, I've been all week. I've been in a process here and on a significant healing journey in the last 3 weeks. And so all weekend I did Ho'oponopono almost continuously for all kinds of stuff. And I did this meditation and this I joined up with the phoenix. It was a phoenix and the dragon, but the phoenix ended up coming back inside of me. And so now it's like, the dragons are my playmates. They're not, I mean, I'm not, I, the part of me that's wishing and wanting and begging and hoping and pleading is over.
Yes. There is no begging and pleading and hoping. We don't have to beg. We don't have to hope. And that's something that I'm still trying to get through my head. Like we have, oh, you missed it. It's on it's going to be on the YouTube. We don't need to, we can just attract it, right? Especially when we come from where we come from, like a lack,
Mhm.
not a childhood of abundance. And it's not even, we don't give a shit about the things. Like, we just wanted love. We just wanted our parents
Right,
to fucking care. Do you know what I mean?
right.
We just wanted
I
attention.
know.
We just wanted to learn what boundaries look like because we didn't have them, you know? We didn't
Or
even,
we had too many, like
yeah. That's
everybody
why
else's boundaries.
I found it interesting that in the life that I went back into that I was an orphan because I have this imprint and this overlay, this karmic overlay of loneliness. And I'm not alone.
Mm,
It's not as bad in this life, but there's that undertone always. I can feel it. I can feel that
mm,
I don't belong. I don't belong. And it's come from so many lifetimes. And especially like people who have been orphans, there's definitely an imprint on your soul that you feel like you don't belong because you don't even
mm,
own parents didn't even want you, or
right.
oh, that's what we tell ourselves right
Hmm.
now. As soon as I said our own parents don't even want you, my guides were like, no, your parents in that life couldn't. I think they died. So it's not that they didn't want me, they were dead. So that's why
Right.
I was an orphan. Okay, okay, they're saying that my parents died from not enough food. The back of
Mm,
that, I guess they're, yeah, they just malnutrition. So that's crazy. Um, Huge metallic brown doors. Christine, so for people who are on the meditation and didn't see anything, Christine from Ireland, she's on the Zoom. She said she didn't get anything, right? Her ADH mind started thinking about work issues. That's exactly what would happen to me when I started meditating. This is why I took the time with that tube at the beginning of this meditation. normally I'm like, let's breathe in, let's breathe out. But I talked through that tube. I said it's shooting out the base of your spine, going through the layers of earth. Now it's coming up through the top of the head to really open. So Christine or anybody else, when your mind starts to wander, okay, what am I gonna eat for breakfast after this? Oh, I got that report I gotta do. God, I gotta do that lunch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did I pay that? Did I pay that one thing? Oh God. Bring it back to your breathing. If that's all you do for the whole time, 1, 2, 3, hold 2, 3, exhale 2, 3, inhale 2, 3, hold 2, 3, exhale 2, 3. And all you're doing is breathing and watching that light. Let me focus on this light. And that's all you do, and you're not even listening to me, then you are doing it. Your mind, you're reprogramming it. So if you're not able to visualize and your mind is still, and Christine, you've been on here for a while. You've been doing these meditations for a minute, right? So don't let your mind wander. Go back to that tube. If your mind has been wandering like that during these meditations, go back to that tube. Do the counting. Put me in the background. Mute me. Just mute me and stay in this space with us so that at least you're in this space with us, but mute me and just, even on TikTok, mute me, put the volume down, right? I rediscovered my Om meditation and the breath work for 30-minute helps. Yes. Yes. And you know what I'm going to do, what I haven't done yet? Look, Melinda's laughing. I'm serious. Mute me. I don't give a shit. Stay in the space with us though, right? But do that breathing, bring it back. Bring your focus back. That's what meditation is. I am bringing my focus here. I am bringing my focus here. I am bringing my focus here. That's what meditating is, so that you can start to hear the answers, so that you can balance these chakras. And then you can start going back into past lives. What's happening in my library? Whatever needed to be revealed. And listen, Christine, whatever happened today was exactly what needed to happen. Your guides are like, no, she don't need to see nothing right now. So that was whatever happened was right. Do you know what I mean? As soon as I realized I was back in there, but I think the moment had passed. Yeah, it's okay. Do you know what I mean? So maybe try to go back on the recording and do this meditation. There's something on my camera on Zoom, and it looks like there's something on my face. So I literally just went like this, and there's nothing on my face. It was on the camera or on the screen. So I just had to wipe the screen. But anyway, so if you start to wander, right, guys, then just focus on your breathing. Go back there because that's what we're doing. We're reprogramming. I'm focusing here. I'm focusing here. I'm focusing here. And bring it back. I really needed that meditation. That one was great. To see that past life as me as that little boy reading the news and then growing up, like seeing how that like made me like obsessed with the news and then dying of a heart attack. Oh, and I could like feel it. I felt it. I was like, oh, that hurts. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're welcome. So it was like, oh, no, no, no. We don't want to do that. We do not want to do that. Trying to see where some cards are. Let's do, since we got like 10 minutes, and I'm going to keep the YouTube on as well. Where the heck are my cards that I wanted to do? I wanted to do the Archangel Metatron ones.
So last night when I was sleeping, um, every time it feels like I didn't even sleep one wink, but I had my eyes closed. And every time I looked at the clock, it was 11:11, 1:11, 1:23, 5:55. It seems like my eyes would just open and I'd look at that clock. And it's like how I feel about that is that was like a turning point for me now.
Yes, that's a lot of fucking numbers. How do you wake up all
It
night?
happened. It was unbelievable.
How do you wake up all night to all the like to 11:11, 1:11, one, two,
Hmm.
three?
222 I had every single,
Girl.
just about every one. But I think it was because I had such an intense day of um, healing, like letting that go. letting it all go.
letting
Like
it all
my
go.
role in everything, my failures, my this, my that. I let all that go.
You have to
So,
remember too, Melinda, stop saying your failures. Stop saying your failures. They were your experiences. Why do you keep saying they were your failures? What'd you fail at? You didn't fail at
well,
anything. You just tried something and it didn't work out. Great, not for me.
well, that it's that Christian model that was so programmed in on me, like being a minister's daughter and everything. Like I was just never good enough. Like sitting there and listening to all that, I could never be Christ. That's what I mean by my failures. It's like every step I took wasn't good
You
enough.
already know it wasn't your failures. You already know it was that programming. That's why that Christian programming, like really, um, the the Christians that have taken Jesus and made him gross, it's
Right.
just, you know, slave owners went to church every Sunday. They literally looked at another. I, I can't even see an animal. There was a deer that walked through my yard and his leg was broken, and I thought I was gonna like fucking lose it because I was so upset.
Mm,
I was so upset like seeing another living thing with a broken leg, knowing that I couldn't take it to the vet, that deer, can't do what we do, like go to the emergency room and get a little cast on, right? You do the same. Like it was, and I literally, my family makes fun of me for it. But when I was Christian, I would do the sign of the cross, and now I extend Reiki. If I see, and I'm in Pennsylvania, there's a lot
hmm
of roadkill, and I always extend energy to them, right? And they make fun of me for doing it, but I'm like, I pray that they weren't alone. I pray that they weren't whatever, whatever. And so to know that there were humans that existed on this earth that actually whipped other human beings multiple times, enjoyed it, like, and they went to church and sang hallelujah, amen, praise
hmm
Jesus.
Right.
And a whole church full of people would praise Jesus, amen, hallelujah, and go home and do that. And this is what I was saying about seeing that past life and me really trying to stay balanced while all of this social stuff is going on. Because I gotta tell you, I can feel myself about to fucking lose it. And especially I'm
Mm,
menopausing. And I made a TikTok about it. I said, if you're not menopausing during the fall of democracy, consider yourself lucky. Because I'm also aware of that. I am aware, oh, girl, Maria, I can't look at the US right now. That's where I live. Maria's like, look at the USA right now. And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't understand how people choose to stay ignorant, refuse to read a history book, or perhaps even just look at history. I can't believe that we have someone literally saying, let's get rid of that history. Let's not show anyone that history. Okay. We're just going to tuck it away. Let's just take it off the walls because we don't want to remind people of that. No, we really should so that we don't do it again because what's happening, it's repeating again. Do you know what I mean? You're close to perimenopause. Good luck. Good luck. That's all I can say because I'm serious. Like being women, you cannot tell me that we are not the higher vibrational frequency species over the men. And, I think it's about damn time that we as women take back our fucking power. It's time. It's time. Mount up, ladies. Mount up. We all need to start standing for something. We all need to start speaking up. We all need to start letting our friends know, hey, in a nice, productive way. We don't need arguing and we're not here to change anyone's mind, but maybe perhaps introducing or inviting or through conversation, helping them see things. I talk about things that I've been through, and people like they'll be like, "Oh, she's just an angry Asian lady," and she's always talking about racism. Yeah, because it hasn't gone away. because it hasn't stopped. I would love to. I would love to stop talking about racism. I would love to. I would love to not see it. I would love to see people just allowed to be. The first thing I saw, and this is why you don't open social media, I was all done. I was ready, and I was like, okay, let me open up Facebook really quickly. And the first thing I saw was this group that I'm in. It's a group of moms, and the lady said, I need help. My son is, I can't remember if she said 7 or 12. And she's like, he's being tormented at school because kids are calling him gay. He doesn't like the opposite sex, and it's really bothering him. And in my mind, the first thing I was like, see, that's the part that's so fucked up is there's nothing wrong with being gay. I have said that to my kids. I go, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they were like, oh yeah, I was like, don't ever use that. It's not an insult. Do you know what I mean? I pray Zola never experiences racism. I don't know how I'd handle it. Rebecca, I hate to say it, but that's not gonna happen. So you also as a white mother with a black child, you're not gonna know what that's like. Do you know what I mean? So don't you can't avoid it. So I would say I would rephrase that as, guides, give me the tools that I'm gonna need to help Zola move through those spaces. Because the world is not, I mean, we're in 2025, friend, and look at what's happening on my side of the ocean. You know, I say, thank God you're in England and you're not here right now. Amen. Hallelujah. At least she's not here. Do you know what one of my family members said to me when I was younger? I dated all black guys. I dated everything. Not all. I dated a guy from Jordan. I dated black, white, Puerto Rican, Haitian. I didn't give a fuck. I've dated them all. In my 20s, I dated mostly black men. And my parents didn't care. My dad's Mexican, my mom's Korean, but I did have a family member say to me, a Korean family member who is not from America, their observation, they said to me, if you marry a black guy and you have black children, America will treat them horribly. My jaw dropped. They weren't saying, uh-oh, hold on one second. I gotta put this puzzle piece in. They didn't say don't marry a black guy. They didn't care. They were like, listen, if that's what you want, fine. But this was an immigrant, somebody who had came from Korea and had a lot of things happen to them. Their observation was that it's worse for black people in America. How crazy is that? They were like, Kim, I understand that, but just and I was like, what? That is crazy that you would say that to me. And I was like, I grew up mixed. Like, I'm gonna know how to help them navigate through that. So, Rebecca, be aware of it. Start getting and here's the great part. There's a lot of mixed people now. So there are books. Oh, I love this one book. It's called Luna Loves to Dance. And in the book, the girl's mom is white and the dad is black. And I loved it because you don't see that. It's either two white parents, two black parents, two Asian parents, two Hispanic parents. That's not how the world is. And so, especially for like a mixed child like me, do you know what I mean? And I'm not black or white, I'm Mexican and Korean. I decided to add a whole new layer to my life experience, and my parents are both immigrants. They're not American. So, my experience so far has been very wide, vast. I even lived in Korea until I was 4, 5, something like that. So, start getting the tools now. Get the books, help her understand. Do you know what I mean? Make sure she's around. And you have Jade, which is great. You know what I mean? Your friend who has lived life as a black woman who can help her navigate those things, how to change her perspective on things. Do you know what I mean? So that's the good thing. Let me see. I was gonna do a reading real quick. Six of Cups, your emotions, right? Your ego. What are you filling your cup with? The Tower. Things that are not serving you are going to start to fall apart. Not fall apart be removed. So when people see the Tower card, and especially if you know tarot, they're like, oh my God, the Tower card, something bad's going to happen. Nothing bad is happening. What's happening, things that aren't serving you, they're getting removed. They're getting removed. The Two of Swords, your thoughts, balance, find it. Find it before 2032. According to the astrologers, and I listen to my astrologers, 2032 to 2036 are going to be some interesting times. Ah, it's so funny that you said that because when I said it, I was like, wait, I haven't seen Jade. But remember, we talked about that before. We had talked about that before. Mmm. Wow. Wow, guys. Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. These cards are really pretty. There's a lot of reverses going on. So let's start with the Ten of Swords, your thoughts. Master your thoughts, or your thoughts will master you. The Four of Pentacles came in reverse. What is our foundation? What are we building upon? This is resonating for me. The meditation today, going into a past life, going into that, oh, okay. I see what happens if I focus too hard on something that's not serving me. I'm trying to get stuff out, but I got to find a better balance. That foundation is not where it's supposed to be. The Knight of Pentacles. You are the king of your castle. What are you building upon? You have to master your thoughts. That's why this came up upright. We have to do this. We're not doing this. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, right? Where's our foundation? What are we building upon? We have to master our thoughts. And once we do, it's just like this. Magic. Good morning, Wendy. There's a lot going on right now. And even before I pulled these cards, this is the third time I'm going to mention it. 2032 to 2036, the astrologers have called it. If you do not pull it in, find a balance, a strong foundation, master your thoughts, master what's happening here. This is all pentacles. What's happening in our human world right now? What are we building? What are we creating, guys? We have to be aware of this now. Let's start reeling it in now. It's 2025. I know that's like 7 years from now, so that's great. And time goes by quickly. So there's going to be huge, massive shifts for the next like 3.5 years. We know that. And then another 3.5, I guess, coming out of that, balancing. I don't know. I'm not tapping in. Nothing's coming in. Oh, and and I got a little tip from people who do remote viewing. There will be, oh shit, never mind. These YouTubes get recorded. There is something that will happen. There will be consequences for people in power now that are doing things. Trust me, it's coming. So we should do the one thing that we can do, and let's worry about ourselves. Let's worry about what we're creating right now. Let's be the master, the king of our castle. Okay, and our foundation, what are we building upon right now? Let's be aware of all of that. Conscious choices, conscious efforts, conscious words, conscious thoughts, conscious hearts. I'm going to post this up now. Oh, yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, and I've said this before. Let's look at history. Have any of those MFers lasted? They all fell down. So there will be consequences coming soon. And that is what has not made me lose my mind so far. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah. So rest assured, anything built upon lies, anything built upon toxicity, it's not a solid foundation. Only things that are solid foundation are things that are built on truth, love, abundance, higher frequencies, because those are strong bricks. Anything that you build on lies, ego, whatever, it never, the foundation is never strong enough to hold that. That is why it all crumbles sooner or later. Sooner or later. And the good news is, too, you got to remember we're in the age of Aquarius. So, light workers, it's our time to shine. And that's why I said, women especially, mount up, bitches. Let's roll up. Roll up and roll out. This is our time. You know how many lifetimes we've had where they burned us at the stake as witches and turned us against each other? I had a flashback while I was brushing my teeth yesterday. I was like, those fucking bitches. But they were scared, right? You know how many women ratted me out? They're like, she's the witch. And it was a lose-lose. If you float, you're a witch. If you drown, you weren't a witch. But you drown, you're fucking dead. It was a lose-lose. They didn't let us win. Burned us at the stake. Men who didn't want to divorce their women because they couldn't. All they had to do was say, my wife is crazy. And they put you in a fucking mental ward and lobotomized you until a lady went undercover and stopped all that. That's what they used to do to wives. They have, for so many fucking centuries, kept trying to take our voices. They can't do that anymore. And they're literally trying to do it now. They have taken away the rights to our own fucking bodies in some states here. The fuck? Some guy that had been graping a woman, it's posted in my story. He got 6 months for it. Do you know you get longer for if this has to be taken care of? If you're a woman and say you have, let's just say whatever, there's a medical reason and you have to make that choice. There are some places here you get more time for that than for what that guy did. Tell me we are not living in a dystopian time right now. What are they trying to do? They're trying to silence us. Whoever set up these systems knew how intuitive women were. You don't hear a man's intuition, right? All the prophets in the Bible are men. Isn't that interesting? Look at that. But women aren't intuitive. You hear mother's intuition, female's intuition. We are intuitive beings. We are literally portals. We are the ones that keep this cycle of bringing the souls into this dimension. We are the ones that hold the power. We are the ones that can make this planet Mother Earth. She's a female, feminine energy. We have the power to make this place such a great place. And when we open our eyes and fucking realize that, it's the women that are still sleeping that I want to be like, oh my God, please wake up. Do you know what I mean? A past life dream about being an investigator for Transylvania. They called us witches too. That's what I'm saying. Marie, I just had this discussion with my husband. And that's why I said I have to remember not to get angry. That's not helping anyone. Not helping anyone. Not helping anyone. Pentacles. All pentacles. That's nuts. All pentacles. What's happening on this dimension? We got to reel it in. Reel it in. All right, guys. I'm gonna post this up. It'll be probably a little bit later. I'm gonna go back up with the kids for a minute. So the meditation will be posted up closer to like 9:30. All right, guys. Everyone have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye, Zoomers.